Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for the weekly update. So a few things today. First of all, to start off with scheduling. This week should be regular uploads for Golden Sun: The Lost Age. It's a week I'm starting the medication I take every 3 weeks. This week I'm upping the dose a little bit. Hopefully it's not enough that it's going to make an impact on how I feel, but I generally don't feel great while I'm taking it, but hopefully it's not going to affect how I feel too much. I'm going to try to get some Golden Sun recorded today, which is the first day that I'm starting it, just in case I am feeling bad later. I just want to get that out of the way. In terms of Tuesday, Thursday uploads, I might be putting up, I think I put up the rest of the Earthbound randomizer stream. The only thing I really have left is Sonic Adventure, the stream that I did of the Sonic route, Sonic Story. I might put that up Tuesday, Thursday. I have another project that is going up starting Tuesday, the 7th. So please look forward to that. It is a special project that has been in the works. And that's all I'm going to say about it. It's been in the works for a long time. So please look forward to that. And that, I think, is going to be a daily thing in its own time slot. So, yeah. Look forward to that. I promise we will get a side Let's Play going as soon as I get everything worked out and stuff. I'm trying to take it a little bit easier in November, or at least not on my main channel, but I'm trying to focus more on projects and commitments that I've made. I've been working a lot, working on this project, whatever it is. I worked a whole bunch on Owlboy, on Much Games, and I've been doing a whole load of stuff for the Sephiroth to continue Let's Plays there. So yeah, it's been fun. But so that's this week is just going to be more of that. So look forward to it. We're getting up to actual plot points in Golden Sun: The Lost Age. So if you've kind of been iffy because we've had filler episodes, those are for the most part ending, I think. I need to consult my notes on that, but there's actually going to be like solid plot going on, and the story kind of ramps itself up. So look forward to that. In terms of other stuff, after all things are said and done, Pants on Head Week had, I think, 55 separate entries and a whole bunch of duplicate pictures from same people. So it was the most successful Pants on Head Week we've had by far out of the 7 years we've run it. So that was really cool. $110 got donated to suicide prevention. I made a special page on the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for Mike. So, the donation's there. Obviously, I don't keep any money because I'm the one that donates it. Let's see, hope your Halloweens were good too. This coming week, two important things, aside, also on the 7th. I guess Sonic Forces is also on the 7th. I haven't heard one way or the other whether it's actually good or actually bad or not. I haven't seen reviews on it. Maybe they're just not out yet. There is a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Nintendo Direct Tuesday morning, which obviously is the most important thing. But the most important thing is that Tuesday is election day in the United States. Obviously, it's not the presidential election, but something that people don't get into their heads is that the presidential election isn't always the most important one. At least in New Jersey here, we're electing our governor, which is really important, and a whole bunch of other freeholders and other city and council and town whatever positions. I know New York City is electing mayor, which is important, and I think other states are probably doing other things with their various representatives and stuff. Since this is an odd year, there isn't House or Senate seats up. That's going to be next year. But it's really important to vote even if you think, oh, this isn't a big election, it doesn't matter. It really does matter, especially on the like municipal level. You know, you're voting for your town council and things like that. Those are the people that actually affect your day-to-day life. Like the president can make big sweeping things that will happen in 4 or 5 years, and you can get angry at that because that those are big decisions. But your day-to-day life is affected by the people that you vote for in your like immediate area elections, and people just completely forget that and they don't vote. And even on like a bigger scale, New Jersey, like the gubernatorial election is really important because the governor is the president of your state. The United States are 50 separate countries that all are ruled by one government, but the governor is the president of your little state. He's the most important figure there. The rest of them are the senators, and everybody else are representatives of your state, of the federal government, but your state government is really important too. Like, I'm hoping that the governor that we get is going to get rid of the gas tax because it's really stupid and gas is expensive now here. But I'm not going to get into it, but I don't really like our choices. But one choice, in my opinion, is worse than the other, and that's how elections seem to go. But don't despair of voting. Please. Like, you have a few days to get educated about the people that are running if you can vote. Please vote. It's important. But yeah. And there's not really much. I didn't do any artwork or anything this past week. This past week I was just working on the videos and stuff and working on my PC. I talked a few weeks ago about a gaming PC that my friend had sent me. It bought me, and I spent this past week getting all the other parts for it, namely the monitor, the keyboard, and an optical drive, because it doesn't have one, so I just wanted a Blu-ray DVD optical drive in case I wanted to use that, like an external. So I finally, on Friday, like right before Sabbath started, so I couldn't actually set everything up till last night, I finally got the keyboard. All the keyboard I got the day before, but I finally got the monitor. So this is the reason why my laptop is over here. But there it is. It's a 24-inch monitor. There's the keyboard is a Corsair something or another. 1 second. It's this Strafe RBG MX Silent mechanical keyboard. So it's a mechanical keyboard, but it also is made to be quieter because both the walls in my room that are not windows are but other people that live in this house, and if I'm on the computer at night, I don't want people trying to sleep hearing clackety 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 clack. So I went out and got a quieter keyboard. But yeah, so I set up the PC for the most part. It's nice. It's very different, I have to say. The one thing that bothers me is that my laptop seems to have a brighter backlit screen, and I can't seem to get that to. I can't seem to find a good setting for that on the monitor I have here. It's an Acer Predator XB241H. It's very good though. I like it. It has G-Sync and a whole bunch of other fun features. The only thing is that compared to my laptop, it seems to have like a more yellowy tint, and I played around with like the settings of brightness and contrast and cool, warm. I took it up off of cool or warm. I put on normal, but it's a problem I also have whenever I would plug my laptop via HDMI into my television. If I wanted to use that as a screen, it just, everything has a yellow tint, and I'm not sure if I'm just spoiled because I have a really bright LED in my laptop, or there's a feature that I'm missing out on in the screen, or whatever. If you guys have any advice on that, let me know. Maybe it's just something I'd have to get used to with the new monitor. The only thing that I don't like about it, like I really don't like about it, is that the speakers suck. Like they suck. Luckily, I have external speakers downstairs, but like I'm spoiled. My laptop here, I have an Asus Republic of Gamers laptop, and it's loaded for bear. It's got really nice speakers. It has the camera, which is why I'm still using my laptop because this doesn't have a webcam. And it has the trackpad, which I'm really gonna miss. But obviously, it is not as powerful, and just from test renders, renders are generally 2 times as fast as my laptop, so that's really nice. I rendered a let's say Majora's Mask video. If you remember, John came by in like July or something, and we record the rest of Majora's Mask for the Sephiroth. So Majora's Mask video is 720p, 60 frames per second. A video that's 45 minutes, which that's a lot with 2 video feeds, so it has to put that all together. Normally would take 45-minute video would take close to like 4 hours, but this took a little over 2. Rendering a regular video took about twice its video length, which is where I expected it to be, and I was really happy. I don't have one of those fancy schmancy supercomputers that can render a video in like 6 seconds, but I remember Chugga Conroy once saying that like he had a video that took about 6 seconds to render, and I was just like, what? It was crazy. But anyway, so it's gonna be fun experimenting with this new thing. I'm mostly gonna switch over from my laptop to the PC here once I get the speaker set up. Because aside from the trackpad, which is, again, like I really like it, it's superior in almost every other way except for mobility. So I'm probably still going to be using my laptop, especially for vlogs, loot crates and all that, but also for maybe certain types of streaming that my computer can't reach over to the television or whatever. I'll be using my computer for PC streaming, but I don't know if I want to like switch back and forth necessarily, but this is going to be definitely gaming and rendering. Recording console footage doesn't need that much power. It's it doesn't care one way or the other. But yeah. So essentially, fun times are abound, and a different friend of mine, got me Vegas Pro 15, which I've been playing around with. So hopefully that will translate into better videos, at least more free time on my part. In other news, I've been playing Mario Odyssey more and Wolfenstein 2, and both are really good. They're really good. Again, as I think I said last time, I can't say the Mario Odyssey is, or at least I said on Twitter, I can't say the Mario Odyssey is my game of the year. That probably still either goes to Persona 5 or Breath of the Wild, but it makes me happy to play, and it reminds me of Galaxy and Sunshine and 64, and that's, I think, what its purpose is, and in that it succeeds spectacularly. So yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for the weekly update. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all very much for your support as always. This is my first time using Windows 10. My laptop is 8.1. If you have any tips or advice or anything for getting around on Windows 10 or things like that, please let me know. I would be very grateful. Just any sort of advice, and or things to turn off, things to turn on, things to remember or keep in mind that it doesn't have on 8. Since I don't have I don't have a built-in mic, I can't just talk to Cortana. I would have to keep my microphone plugged in. But Cortana is kind of interesting. But yeah. Also, the last thing that is really interesting is that the 2 renders that I put on the PC so far, I kept checking to make sure that they were working because I didn't hear anything. And normally this laptop turns into an airplane when it renders something. It just goes shh because there's something wrong with one of the fans. It was supposed to be a silent thing, and for a while it was, for a couple of years. I've had this laptop 4 years now. 2013 when my old laptop died. It's actually 4 years last starting in September, so that was cool. But it was every time it renders now, it gets pretty loud, and on a regular basis also it just goes because of whatever is hitting up against the fan. I tried disassembling the computer as much as I could, but the fan is under everything. So I just gave up on it and dealt with it. But this computer is liquid cooled and it's quiet. It is quiet, and even when it was rendering for several hours, it was quiet. I can just barely hear a ooh. It's so beautiful. So yeah, it'll be nice just to have a little peace and quiet working in my working environment, not having to raise the volume every time I start rendering things. It's another thing. This computer with its speakers all the way up, I can barely hear things. But like this computer, I have to have it at like 40% volume unless I'm on Netflix or something. Otherwise, it's way too loud. Again, just the speakers on this are crap. But again, that's something that's easily remedied. I bought it because it's a monitor, not because it's a sound system. But what can you do? But yeah, so I look forward to using it. Again, if you guys have any advice or tips on the brightening up the screen somehow, if there's a setting that's not necessarily in the monitor, because I went through all the monitor settings and played around with them, let me know. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I will stop adding on more and more things to this. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth 4 with the weekly update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.